Shall we start? Welcome, everybody. Are we live? Well, I welcome everybody. We are doing a virtual bill signing, legally, of course. I am physically signing the bills. Many of our sponsors and co-sponsors is with us here today to tell you a little bit about these bills. The first one we're going to sign is Senate Bill 2090, really important bill. It limits liability for food donations to nonprofits. I want to thank Representative Escar, Representative Titone, and Senator Winter for this really important bill. It extends the limited immunity protection to correctional facilities, school districts, and farmers so they can donate food to nonprofit organizations that serve Coloradans who are hungry or food secure. So I want to encourage Coloradans to consider donating any extra food you have. Call your local food bank or call 211 to get connected. You know, and obviously we're trying in good faith to help. This is often called it falls in the category of things called Good Samaritan exemptions to liability, because we want to encourage those donations into our food system. Traditionally, grocery stores do it under federal law. They have a exemption, so if something's past the expiration date, they donate it. It can still be used. We've all, you know, there's safety margin built into those expiration dates. We've all eaten things in our own refrigerator that are, you know, a week expired, but they don't sell them at grocery stores. They donate them. So we want to have that Good Samaritan exemption, and we will in just a few moments, extended to correctional facilities, school districts, and farmers themselves, right? I mean, what a wonderful thing. Donations directly from farmers to food banks and those in need. So with that, I want to turn it over to Representative Escar to speak about this bill that will be making the law of Colorado in just a few short minutes. Representative Escar.
Great. Thank you so much, Governor. We appreciate you taking the time today to sign this bill into law. This is one of those common sense bills where we kind of scratched our heads and said, why can't we do this? And why can't we allow, you know, different facilities the ability to donate food that they have available to nonprofits to then distribute to those who actually need it? And we thought about this bill and introduced this bill long before COVID. And once COVID hit, I think it became even more apparent of the need for this. I just want to give a special shout out to a student who I know is watching. Her name is Morgan from Morley Middle School right there in Capitol Hill. She actually showed up to the Senate hearings and the House hearings to push to make sure that we included school districts because she was trying to get a program started at her own school and ran into the liability issue. So thanks to Morgan for advocating to include schools into this bill. We really appreciate your work and your advocacy on behalf of your community. And thank you so much, Governor, for signing this bill into law and allowing organizations to really donate that extra food to people that truly need it. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And Representative Titone.
Yeah, thank you, Governor, and thank you for signing this bill today. I want to echo what Representative Escar said. You know, this bill, we wish we would have been able to do it before COVID came, and but unfortunately, we didn't get to it before everything kind of hit the fan there. But this is definitely going to help if we have some more issues here and people are unable to get access to food. There's going to be more available now, and that's a really important thing that we're going to have moving forward. So I'm really proud to be on this bill with Representative Escar and Senator Winter, and I'm really glad that we're going to be able to help a lot of people stay not hungry moving forward.
Thank you, Representative Titone, for your really important work on this bill. And do we have Senator Winter with us as well, the Senate sponsor? Senator Winter.
Yes, thank you so much, Governor. I appreciate this.
Senator Winter, your connection is breaking up a little bit. Senator Winter, if you want to just check your connection there real quickly and start your remarks over again. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see if it works. My internet is dead at my house. I'm on a hot connection. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Just want to say thank you so much for signing the bill. And as Representative Escar said, a lot of these ideas came from school students. That team earlier in the year about looking food to be home with students, and she tried to start that in her own school and couldn't because of liability issues. And so
Okay, Senator Winter, we're losing you here, but I want to acknowledge Senator Winter for her work on this. I think she was telling a story which we will catch up on later, Senator Winter, if we can get your connection working there. I think I heard it was about a school or a student. But thank you for your work, and just let us know online there if you're ready to say a few words in a moment or two. But we're going to go ahead and sign the bill, I think, right? So this is a really great bill, just a great bill. It'll lead to more donations to our food banks from schools and correctional facilities. What great news. So here we go. And it's now the law of Colorado. So our next bill is would support homeless youth, important during any time, but of course, particularly during the COVID age, by allowing them to consent to shelter at a younger age. And I want to thank the Department of Human Services for their work, and Trevor Williams, who hopefully is with us online today. One of the main responsibilities of government is serving those in need. This bill helps youth access homeless shelters when they need it at a younger age. Because we know that unaccompanied homeless youth are particularly vulnerable, and it's really critical that we make sure that age is not a barrier to homeless youth having a safe place to stay, safe from abuse that they might be experiencing at home while they work on their next steps and get on their feet. So I want to thank so many advocates, including youth shelters, for their important work on this. We're joined by Representative Kipp, Representative Titone, Representative Woodward, and Senator Janal, as well as Kim Ackley-Charon. If we could go to Representative Kipp, we'd be honored for you to say a few words.
Thank you very much. I'm really honored to be on this bill with my co-primes with Senator Janal and Representative Titone and Senator Woodward. You know, they brought this bill to me, and it took me about 20 seconds, well, less than that actually, to say, yeah, I want to be on this bill, because we cannot have our homeless youth stranded on the streets. We need to give them the opportunity to have shelter and receive services whenever they find themselves in a situation where they don't have those things. So I'm going to let the people who really led the charge say more, but I just wanted to say thank you for all of your work on this bill, and I'm just excited that we're going to get this done for kids today.
Thank you, Representative Titone.
Yeah, thank you, Governor. Yeah, I'm really proud to be on this bill as well. This one's really going to help youth not be on the streets and be in a safe place. And this is so important any time of the year, especially in the winter time, to have a youth show up at a shelter and be denied entry to the shelter. It's just really a shame, and this is going to solve that problem. And I think this is going to be a really great asset to keep kids safe and keep them out of trouble, and give them a roof over their head and some food, which they desperately need in those tough times. So very, very proud to be on this bill, and looking forward to you signing it today. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Woodward. Oh, Senator Woodward is not on with us now. We want to thank him. Senator Janal.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you for signing Senate Bill 106, 20-106 today, which is the consent to shelter and receive services by homeless youth. One of the things that I want to stress here is the fact that we always look for bills that come from our community. And this is a bill that does just that. It came from Loveland and Fort Collins. I want to thank Senator Woodward, who I know he's trying to get on, but he may not make it. But it came from the Larimer County area. And then as this bill progressed, we realized it affected so many other areas. And it also had great bipartisan support, both in the House as well as in the Senate. But this bill could not be more timely. It provides the protection for homeless youth seeking shelter and seeking services that shelters and charities may be able to offer by allowing them at age 15 without parental consent to be able to go to those shelters. It ensures that young people can stay somewhere safe and warm in the winter or cool in the summer when facing the prospect of abuse, either at home or out on the streets, abandonment or neglect, or just being scared to be out there as a homeless youth. These services, with your signing of this bill 106, is going to show that these young people between the age of 15 and 18 now have the ability to go to a homeless shelter and be safe. And this is one of our most vulnerable age groups. And hopefully, by allowing children under the age of 15 or 18, I'm sorry, to consent to this shelter, we're giving a lifeline to some of the most vulnerable and at-risk kids in our state. And I thank you for signing this bill today. I also thank my prime sponsors in the House and Senator Woodward as well. So thank you.
And is Kim Ackley-Charon with Thompson Educational Foundation with us?
Yes, I am. Hello, Governor. Thank you so much for signing this bill today. I want to say that, Senator Janal referenced this, but this did start from community. And for several years here in the Loveland area, many of us in different agencies were working with unaccompanied homeless youth and our students. And every time we tried to do something a little creative to maybe make their lives easier, we kept bumping up against a wall, and that wall was the way the state law was written. And so we kept talking about it, and Senators Woodward and Janal heard our voices and agreed to present this in this session. And we are so thankful for that, and for Representatives Kipp and Tatone for coming on board as well. It might seem like something that is a small bill. There's no fiscal note to it, and it's not a lot of code or not a lot of change in the way that it is written for state law. But what it will do is create long-lasting, lifelong, really, support for unaccompanied homeless youth. It's a small sliver of the homeless population. It's often left behind. These kids very often are very resilient. Very often they don't reach out for services because they know they're going to be denied, and now they can. And so again, I thank you to all of you. We're very grateful.
Thank you. And with that, let's make it the law of Colorado. Here we go. It's official. It's now a law of Colorado. Congratulations. This will make a big difference for homeless youth. Our next bill, and by the way, those are two excellent bills. Congratulations to the sponsor. The next bill extends the Legislative Oversight Committee about the treatment of people with mental health disorders and criminal justice. Basically, it allows us to continue the work to address how criminal and juvenile justice systems respond to those who have mental health, behavioral health conditions and needs. This is really important work. As you know, we're working on a behavioral task force to deliver ground-up recommendations on how to improve. And I want to thank Representative Singer, Senator Rodriguez, and Senator Fields, and Moses Gurr, the chair of the Task Force for Treatment of People in Criminal and Justice Support Systems. We'll start with Representative Singer. Thank you for joining us, Representative Singer. If Representative Singer's not up, we'll go to Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Governor. This was my first year. I got to be the chair of this committee, and it was sunsetting, and a lot of things happened. But going to some of these committee meetings and the passion, this committee's been around for somewhere like 10 years. And the work they've done and the bills they've recommended have all been great bills. And it's about 20 members from different departments, and the work that they bring and the groundwork that they lay out for these bills getting passed has been great. It's been a privilege to be a part of it. It's an honor to be on this committee and see the work that they do and the passion that they bring for coming up with solutions for criminal and juvenile justice. So I thank you for signing it, and it's an honor to work with these people and the work they've done and to continue to be a part of it.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Fields. No, and if Representative Singer's on, we'll give him another chance. Representative Singer.
All right, now the microphone is working. Thank you, Governor, for signing this bill. And I want to pass on a special thanks to Susie Walton and Camille Harding, who have took years chairing and co-chairing this task force of DAs, defense attorneys, mental health professionals, and people experiencing mental health issues that are in our criminal justice system as a task force to bring together for nearly a generation ideas that the legislature has put forth on making sure that people have stable housing, access to the right kind of medication, and that we end our criminal justice mental health system in a way that treats people fairly and actually saves the state dollars. We've passed dozens of bills out of that committee, and allowing this committee to remain will actually save dollars, save lives, and in the era of COVID-19, make sure that mental health doesn't become something that ends up on our back burner. So thank you again for everything that you're doing, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. And I look forward to seeing what else this task force comes up with in the ensuing years.
Thank you. And Moses, are you with us as well?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for including me. And on behalf of the entire task force, thank you to Senator Rodriguez, Senator Fields, and Representative Singer for their championship on this bill, and to you, Governor, for signing it. Like the senator and the representative said, we've been bringing all of these different stakeholders together for many years now, and we're so grateful and excited to continue our work together, especially now when it's so salient in light of national discussions on social response and the importance of ensuring that individuals with behavioral health disorders have access to quality care before a justice response is necessary. Our task force members are incredibly dedicated to this work, both in the way that we recommend legislation, but also the work that we do outside the legislative cycle. Our data subcommittee is currently working to convene and enhance partnerships between law enforcement, dispatch, and community crisis response. And our housing subcommittee has been working through the entirety of the COVID pandemic and before, and of course will continue to work to stay activated and to collaborate on project implementation. They've been able to lead public-private partnerships to get sheltering and housing options in communities where those haven't been available before. And they've also even been able to secure some grant funding to enhance access to some of those different programs. We're also incredibly committed to our partnerships, and we're working with the Governor's Behavioral Health Task Force to inform recommendations, and are very excited to implement them. On behalf of the task force, thank you all so much for signing this bill.
Thank you. Let's make it the law. And it's now official. Congratulations. Another excellent bill that we have here is a remote notary bill. During the pandemic, many services were brought online for our own safety, for the safety of those providing those services, for social distancing, which we need to keep up now. It's crunch time. We need to avoid physical interactions whenever possible. Wear masks, stay 6 feet apart from others. Even better than 6 feet apart is when you can do stuff from your own home. And that's what this bill allows. When I complete this signing, individuals will be allowed to receive remote notary services for their documents. This will help facilitate business. It's critical to our state while promoting social distancing. And it's part of how we're learning to live with COVID-19 until there's a cure vaccine. It's part of the new normal. It increases efficiency, decreases unnecessary travel, convenient, reduces costs, all around great bill. And we'll start with Representative Duran, one of the sponsors. Representative Duran.
Oh, thank you, Governor. Thank you so much for signing this bill. I'm so proud of all the work that our prime sponsors up in the Senate, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Hobart, my co-prime in the House, Representative Carver, and our coalition and all stakeholders did in getting bipartisan support for this bill. We all know, especially with the pandemic, how important it is to be able to have access and have this tool to be able to utilize, not just for businesses, but also for those who are needing to take care of personal things from home. So proud of the work we've done. It's an important benefit to have. So proud that we're going to have this in the state of Colorado now, and being able to utilize this. So thank you so much. Thank everybody who worked on this with us. So proud and happy to have you sign this today, Governor.
A pleasure. And Representative Carver, are you with us as well?
I am, Governor. Thank you so much for having these virtual bill signings. It has been a multi-year effort to bring this bill to fruition. And all the sponsors, my great co-prime in the House, Representative Duran, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Holbert. We were very committed to getting this legislation passed so that Colorado notaries can do remote notarization. And so important now in the COVID environment for individuals to have the opportunity to notarize documents, do legal transactions remotely. But still, a very important aspect of this bill is to ensure the data privacy and the integrity and authentication that goes with notarized signatures. So thrilled that we finally got here and that we're going to be signing this bill into law, and so appreciate your support in this process, Governor.
Thank you. And Senator Rodriguez.
Thank you, Governor. Yes, I applaud all my co-sponsors and the stakeholdering that was done on this bill. As this bill's been going through the legislature for a few years, and it was something we all came together. And even this year, the stakeholders all came together when anytime there was a little mess up or a problem, that everybody got together and worked together to fix it. And Senator Holbert and I and Representative Duran and Carver all stepped up every time there was something happening, and everybody was very responsive, and getting it done was a great and a beneficial thing. And it's nice to see us having a virtual signing for remote notary. So thank you for all the work. I was happy to see this bill end up coming out, I think both chambers, 99, 0, and 1. So I think it's a good bill that's got some good balance, and thank you for signing it.
Thank you. Is Senator Holbert with us?
Thank you so much for signing the bill today, and also your support for remote notary services during the COVID pandemic. Grateful for your executive order to allow some space there. My career in real estate finance, this is a very significant change. So I want to say thank you to the Colorado Association of Realtors and all their members, Land Title Association of Colorado, and the Colorado Mortgage Lenders Association, working with co-sponsors Representative Duran and Carver and Senator Rodriguez. Beer and notary services have been the source of legislative battles, wars in prior years, and it's just amazing to see this bill get to you, as Senator Rodriguez indicated, with 99 yes votes, and just a good bill, great bill, opportunity for Colorado to get services that they need remotely, and grateful for all the support and look forward to you signing it. Thank you, Governor.
Well, let's make it the law of Colorado. It's now official. Congratulations. I'm very excited about more efficiency and more social distancing and lower costs, more convenience, all with online virtual notary services. Congratulations to the sponsors. I think that concludes the bills that we are signing today. For those of you who are watching, this is an important part of the lawmaking process. The bill has to pass the state Assembly, the state House, the state Senate in the same form, and then it goes to the governor's desk. And I have either 10 or 30 days to sign it, depending on when we've gotten it. If I don't sign it, it can become law without my signature after that period, or I can veto it. Today, we used an example of signing 4 amazing laws. 3 of them I'm really thrilled with. I mean, lowering the age for homeless shelters consent. Oh my gosh, yes. Increasing the liability shield, donations to food shelters, amazing. Online notaries, yes. The 4th one just continues a committee. That's also good. I guess that committee does good work. It doesn't inherently change the law of Colorado. It just continues a committee that I guess also comes forward with good recommendations as part of the overall effort on behavioral health. But the 3 legal changes we made today, wow, just great. Empowering people, reducing liability and red tape, making things more efficient, each in their own small way. But you know what? Those small ways are big ways for the people involved. That's a big way for a 15-year-old homeless kid. That's a big way for somebody who goes to a food bank that now has more food because a school district or correctional facility can donate food. That's a big way for somebody that can visit their notary online, if they're 72 years old and engaged in their transaction, buying a home, and not risk getting COVID. That's a big deal. So congratulations on these measures. Good in any days, good in the COVID era. And of course, on the behavioral health side, part of a larger effort with the renewal of that committee. I'm glad that their work will continue to present good ideas to all of us. Thank you all for joining us.